Hi guys, welcome to your collective reading. Still figuring out the setup, so just tell me what you think about it. Bear with me while I figure this whole thing out. I have a pick a card today, which is not something I normally do, but I felt really led to do this for you. I have a small space up here, so forgive me if the cards are a little bit close together, but I've got pile number 1 here with, this is a piece of jasper, and for the life of me, I can't remember what kind of jasper it is. It's got a little heart shape in the center, so it's one of my favorite stones. I have a tiger's eye here, and I have a peacock ore on this side. I actually was almost, I was unsure about whether I should decorate my table this morning with peacock feathers, and I feel like the peacock as a symbol, or as a sign, or as a word, it is possibly connected to some of you watching. If that's you, then you might want to choose the peacock ore, but totally up to you. I'm just going to look at, especially for those of you, for those of us who are feeling lost right now. I feel like that's something that's going on with a lot of people in the collective right now. If you are feeling lost and you don't have direction, and you've been asking maybe for guidance, and you're not feeling like you're getting anything, or you still don't know what to do, or you're not seeing things manifest for you, you've come to the right place. No matter what day or time it is when you're watching this video, these messages are for you. So pile 1 with the jasper, pile 2 with a tiger's eye, and pile 3 with a peacock ore. Go ahead and take a moment to look at these, connect with them, and choose, and then I will get started on the readings. Okay, I'm going to start with pile 1. We're starting with your animal spirit oracle, which is going to be your overall energy right now. You have the mouse spirit. Mouse is about nervousness, feeling anxious. It's not that it has to do really with self-worth, but sometimes it has to do with inability to make decisions, or feeling like you're not qualified to make those decisions, sort of wishing that someone else would lead you around. It says in the book, the mouse is detail-oriented, small-minded, nervous, can be organized and resourceful, having a limited vision of life and trying to control every detail. So when mouse energy is showing up in your life, you need to step back for a moment, try to find a more purposeful project, something that aligns with who you are or your values. So you may be feeling lost right now because you're not working on anything that's purposeful to yourself or to the collective, and it might be making you feel antsy or nervous at this time. And so to balance out that energy, I would encourage you to seek out organizations or clubs or people who might need your assistance or your special talents, because you do have them. You have time to give, you may have money to give, you may have resources or ideas, or artistic abilities or psychic abilities. There's always something you can give to others. So take a look at what your resources are right now and how you can give those, because it is by giving to others that we're able to receive. So if you're not seeing things especially coming into your life right now, it may be because you're not giving. You're focusing so much on receiving, and I totally understand that, no judgment. But you want that energy to flow. So in order for it to flow, you need to make sure that you're putting things out there as much as you're waiting to receive. Okay? I'm going to look at your Rider-Waite cards here just to see your energy. Okay, you have the 5 of Cups in reverse and the Lovers. So you may be coming out of a time of sadness or a time of loss, a time of grief. This is very much a grief card for me. It comes up for me a lot when there's loss or funerals, that type of energy. A change that we mourn it, we grieve it, something that feels very sad, very traumatic in our lives. But I love that it's in the reverse, because it means that you're coming out of that energy, maybe starting to come from a place of gratitude, even for painful things, and maybe looking at your cup as half full instead of half empty, or trying to take inventory and say, okay, well, these 3 cups spilled, but I still have 2 cups left, so what can I do with those? It could also be because there's 2 cups, and the 2 of Cups card is about that reciprocal love energy. You may have lost something in order to gain something that's a better fit for you. And I say that too because we have the Lovers here, and the Lovers are divine counterparts, right? This is Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, divinely guided. There's an angel above them with his hands out, like this is supposed to happen. So this is the energy that I feel like if you're not in it right now, you may be coming into this energy. And it doesn't have to be in a love relationship. It can also be in your career. If you lost something that was a painful loss, it might have been a sudden loss, you may be coming into now, or feeling like you're coming into soon, something that's a much better fit for you, or something that was destined for you, something you're more aligned for. Okay, so I want you to be encouraged in that. I do feel like you're already coming out of that energy, though. Like, I don't have to tell you this. You're like, I know, I'm already doing that. Okay, and then your guidance down here with the Light Seers Tarot, you have another 5, the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, and the 10 of Wands. So changes and new beginnings, changes, endings, and new beginnings. The 5 of Pentacles, she sits here sad about her situation, right? Possibly still a little of that lingering grief in the situation. But what she doesn't see, and she would see if she would look up or take a deep breath, is that the key's right behind her. She has everything she needs to get out of this situation, to stop feeling stuck. Okay, so this could indicate you need to change your perspective as far as what's going on around you or the situation that you're in right now. Ask yourself some questions. How can I reframe this? How can I look at this differently? And for some of you, you may have left or ended a karmic situation. You may be in the process of this now, or you may be considering it. These cards here at the bottom are for advice. These are your advice cards. So for some of you, you're being advised to go ahead and walk away from that thing, even though it's sad. And connected to these cards up here, I do feel like if there's a grieving period going on for you, or that will come up for you in the near future, you can rest assured that something better is coming. Whenever the universe forces us to let go, there's a saying that I love, let go or be dragged, right? When the universe forces, when we have those tower moments, when things break apart, and I want to encourage you, because they are, for so many of us right now. Aries season is about that, but this year especially, it's very, very powerful. So if you're finding that things are just going haywire right now, and it's overwhelming and it's sad, I want you to be encouraged, because that's happening so that something better can come in for you. Okay? And then I do have a love message for you here. These are just little messages that I wrote on paper, just something fun that I do sometimes in my personal reading. So this may be about a romantic relationship. It may be about whatever your situation is in your life. So we'll just take a look and see. I want to marry you. Wow. Okay, so that's definitely about, for some of you, a romantic situation. I want to marry you. So if you are going through something with someone, you may have walked away from them, they may have walked away from you, or this could be a totally separate person coming into union, possibly for some of you, with twin flame or your divine counterpart. For some of you, you may be seeing a proposal soon, and it's going to be due to you changing your energy with this mouse energy, you being able to reframe and look at things in a different light and start to be grateful, even for the things that suck. You know, and doing the things that you know you need to do. So closing karmic cycles, letting go of things that no longer serve you, is really going to propel you forward into a much better, much more satisfying situation for you. All right, group number 1. I'm going to move on now to group number 2. That's the Tiger's Eye here. And if you want to stay and watch all of these, you totally can. Sometimes when I watch pick a cards, all of them resonate with me a little bit, and I feel like that's totally normal, because we're humans and we're complicated, right? So group number 2, you have the fish energy. This is actually a koi fish in this deck, and they are beautiful. You may be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or just be in your emotions a lot right now. It may be foreign to you. I'm hearing that for some of you, you're not emotional people, and for some reason, you've been deep in your feelings, crying a lot, maybe oversharing with people a lot, and you're like, what's going on with me? The fish spirit represents restlessness, a change of focus, or you may feel lost in the current. And that's very much what this whole reading is about, is for those of us who feel lost, or we don't know what we're supposed to be doing at this time. So that really probably resonates with several of you. I know it resonates with me. The fish energy is adaptable, but can get distracted and change its mind often. So I feel like you're being asked to focus. Let's see what else it says in the book here. Yeah, the fish becomes lost in possibility. So for some of you, you may have a lot of choices. Not so much that you don't see a choice, but that there are so many of them and they all sound good or they all sound bad, so I don't know which one to choose. So if that's you and you're feeling like, I don't know what direction to go, you know, there are doors open for me, but I literally don't know which one to pick. you're being asked to focus and trust your intuition. And in order to trust your intuition, you have to get in touch with it. Like, some of you are not meditating at all. You're not connecting at all. You're not asking your spirit guides for help, not talking to your angels. You're just trying to do this alone, and you're not meant to do this alone. Okay, so I'm going to say for those of you who chose group number 2, you need to connect to your intuition. You need to be asking your higher self these questions in order to choose whatever is in alignment for you. Okay. Looking at your Rider-Waite cards, you have Page of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. So Page of Pentacles is normally a message about a gift, a message about a treasure. It can be a compliment, somebody bringing something in for us. But in the reverse, it feels like something's being held back. Someone is holding back from you. It can be something you're waiting for that's not showing up. A job offer, a love offer, something like that. King of Swords in reverse, though, I'm kind of glad he's in reverse because he's a harsh character. He's critical. He is cut you off energy. Do you see how he's looking at you? He's listening to what you're saying, but he's got his sword raised. He's ready to cut your head off. And literally, this energy comes up for me a lot when it is someone who wants to cut your head off. So I love that he's in reverse. If this is your energy, I feel like you're being very mellow about what's going on around you. You do not have violent tendencies or anything like that. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but that's what was coming out for that. But it can also be someone who's indecisive. King of Swords is very decisive. He knows what he wants. He's able to say, you know, I want chocolate ice cream, not vanilla. I want the red card, not the blue one. Very decisive. And because he's in the reverse, and because we have the fish energy, it makes me feel like you're unable to be decisive right now. Again, there's a need for focus in whatever way that applies to you. If you need to make a list, pros and cons of my relationship, pros and cons of this job versus that job, of moving here versus moving there, of living in an apartment versus buying a home, whatever it is for you, write it down. That helps me a ton. I'll make a list and say, you know, what happens if this or what happens if that. The future is fluid. Either choice you make can be great for you if you decide that that's what's gonna happen. So there is a need for decision making, and that's going to come again from connecting to your higher self, your intuition, so that you can make a choice. For your guidance down here, I don't do these in reverse, so I'm going to flip that one over. You have the Ace of Pentacles, something new, planting a seed, something growing, and the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from something no longer serving you, walking away from, it can be a love relationship, okay? In other decks, that's what I would say it is. But with this deck, it feels more like walking away from emotions that don't serve you, old stories, things that people have told you about yourself that maybe you said about yourself too, and it was just because you were repeating these things from the past. Walking away from limiting beliefs, walking away from an old version of you, you know? Stories maybe that you used to tell about yourself. Well, I can't lose weight because this. Well, I can't have a good relationship because, you know, I'm like this. We all do it, so no judgment, but I feel like there's very much some kind of a reset or a refresh going on with you. And this may be when you decide, when you make a decision, you're going to be able to leave these things behind and walk. She's walking towards the sunrise, so walking towards a brand new day. The Ace of Pentacles represents the seed that will become a mighty oak. So and because it's pentacles, it's something tangible. So this is something you're going to see in your real life. This is that job offer coming in. Okay, this is that whatever's being held back right now, this is something being placed in your hands once you get this cleared up. Okay, so something being placed in your hands, and you can see it starting to take root, and you can see it starting to grow, and I feel like that's going to happen pretty immediately once you decide. And this is really refreshing energy too, going into springtime right now and leaving everything behind that we just don't want in our lives anymore. I would encourage you also, I just heard spring cleaning. Some of you need to clean some stuff out in order to allow for things to come in, okay? And then for your love message, as I told group number 1, these are just little things that I wrote down on pieces of paper, and I do them for my personal reading sometimes, and I just wanted to add them today. So it could be about your love relationship. It might be something else, but we'll see. I want you to feel you can trust me. I don't know if you can see that. I want you to feel you can trust me. Okay, so this may be your energy to someone else. It may be someone's energy to you. It may be that you're having to give something up in order to earn someone's trust. It may be you know, if this is career-wise, this would be something that you want to clean up about yourself, clean up your resume, practice your interview skills, that kind of thing, because you want to come across as capable, as trustworthy, as someone who can be given responsibility, okay? And if this is you, and if this is your person talking to you, then, you know, I don't know if something happened and maybe you're having to make a decision about it, but they really want you to feel that you can trust them. So, you know, whatever you need to do that feels right for you. I don't really want to give love advice on this, but that's your message coming through. I hope that this has helped a little bit. The main theme for you here is going to be to trust your intuition, to connect to your intuition so that you know what it sounds like and know what it feels like. Start listening to your gut more instead of your head. Okay? Those of you who overthink and you're very logical minded, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not always the best way to make decisions. Okay, and when you do that, it's going to lead you to a really cool new beginning, really refreshing beginning. All right. Moving on to group number 3. If you chose the Peacock Ore, then this is your reading. Your animal spirit oracle is the horse spirit. Beautiful, beautiful. I love horses. I love this particular drawing on this card. Just really mystical, mysterious, magical. You see the crescent moon on his forehead, meaning that he's connected to the divine. He's aware that there are cycles in life. The horse always represents to me movement and travel, but also freedom and free-spiritedness and things like that. So I am going to look him up in the book and see what his main energy is about. The moon also talks about cycles and things like that, but I felt very much when I saw that this is about your connection to the divine. Horse represents momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. He can achieve anything. He never gives up. But if his energy's out of balance, he might run away from problems. This says the horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy. So if you are an earth sign or dealing with an earth sign in your life right now, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this would especially be for you. But I would also say that horse is about wind and air energy as well. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it could be any sign. The horse provides momentum so reliable and so supportive you can ride on his back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. When a horse person is fully awakened, they cannot be defeated. So it says that physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation, are going to be your secret weapons. So two messages coming through for you here. First, you need to take care of yourself, self-care. You need to exercise, you need to meditate. Okay, if you've been sitting down a lot or sitting stagnant a lot, you need to get up, you need to run around, you need to work your brain, you need to do some crossword puzzles, you need to awaken yourself, okay? Because that's going to help that breeze start to flow, move out that stagnant energy, bring in some fresh new energy. The other thing is that you cannot be beaten. You cannot be stopped. It literally said the horse energy cannot be stopped. You can achieve anything that you believe that you can. And this here is your belief. This is your goal. This is your third eye. This is you being able to see before you see. Okay? Does that make sense? You being able to see this goal achieved before it's tangible in your real life. You guys, Pile 3, are a force to be reckoned with. And I just got goosebumps all over my body when I said that. I hope you know that about yourself. There's nothing you can't do. There is nothing you can't achieve. So if you're feeling discouraged today, I want you to know that Spirit is telling you you're not a quitter. You are a fighter. And not only are you a fighter, you are very, very capable of this thing, of overcoming this thing, of achieving this thing. Okay. For your Rider-Waite cards, 4 of Cups in reverse and 3 of Wands in reverse. Super interesting. So you may be coming out of a time, again, of stagnation. You may be coming out of a time of taking something for granted. You may be coming into a time of new perspectives. The way that you look at yourself, the way that you look at the problem or the challenge may be changing as well. I do feel like for a lot of you, you're problem solvers, you're puzzle solvers. You might like to do puzzles in your daily life. You know, jigsaw puzzles, but also like Rubik's Cube type things. If you enjoy those kind of things, and I think this reading is definitely for you. The 3 of Wands in reverse makes me feel like there has been some discouragement. You may be sitting stagnant right now because you feel like quitting. Point blank. You're not seeing your ships come in. You're not getting paid for the work you're doing. You're not getting recognized for the energy that you're putting into things. And it's very, very discouraging, and you're just like, well, screw this. I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to sit down. They don't appreciate me. I'm not able to make money at this. Whatever is the discouragement there, I do feel like you're sort of sitting in that energy, or you were in the recent past. You may be coming out of it because Four of Cups is in reverse here, maybe looking at things a little differently. Also, I know that this is a Four of Cups, but he's got this one up here, but the Three Cups here and the Three Wands here make me feel very much like this is going to be about using your voice, your throat chakra, your self-expression. Okay, there may be something you need to say. There may be something you need to ask. And saying that thing or asking those questions is going to propel you forward towards your challenge, or, towards your goal. So don't be afraid to say the thing you need to say, or to ask the thing you need to ask. You're very strong. You're very capable. Let's look at your advice down here at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I don't read these in reverse. That's why I'm flipping them over. I hope you can see them here. Yeah. You have the Seven of Pentacles and the Devil. Seven of Pentacles is about patience. It's about new growth. It's about nurturing yourself. So again, talking about that self-care, very, very necessary to water yourself, to get sunshine on yourself, to feed yourself good foods, to feed your mind and your spirit good things as well. Read a book that's about growth and expansion. Tools for Titans, if you know that book, it just popped into my head. So for some of you, that may be something that helps you, a helpful resource. It's a great, great book. And then you have the Devil here, and the Devil card talks about addictions, temptations, carnal pleasures, feeling chained, okay, to something that is unpleasant for us. Someone who is very beautiful, but also very wrong for us. And that makes it a very difficult choice to make, or maybe we made the wrong choice in the past. With these two together, I'm getting a couple of messages. For some of you, I'm getting, don't take the easy path because it looks nice right now. Be patient, put in the work. Good things are coming for you, basically. And then for some of you, I feel like this Devil energy is just your stagnation right now. You might be sitting around eating donuts like, screw this, I'm just not going to do this anymore. And you're being asked to come back into the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles energy, it's very earthy, like the horse energy. It's about having faith in the things that you can't see, okay? Seeing before you see. Didn't I just say that a minute ago? It's about knowing good things are coming, because they can only be coming. That's the only possible outcome for you. How do I know that? Because you put your love into this. You put your time into this. You put your energy into this. You put your heart into this. Okay, you've invested a lot into whatever this thing is that you're waiting for. And the way that the universe works and the way that energy works, those things don't just go out and then fall flat and nothing happens. It's just not possible. So what you put out is coming back. It is growing something. And if you're not seeing it with your physical eyes right now, it's because it's taking time to take root. It maybe, takes time to travel out to others, to reach them, to, it's divine timing at work here, and you're being asked to be patient. Don't trust your physical senses with this, okay? It looks like nothing's happening, but you know better than that. I know that you do, because of the love and the time and the effort and the genuine, the authenticity you put into whatever this thing is. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be applying for jobs. It could be, college applications, something that you're really waiting for. Please be patient with it. Something good is coming. Okay. I'm going to look at your love message now. This is just something that I do for my personal readings, and I really wanted to add it to the reading today, so I hope that you like it. It could be about your love relationship. Doesn't have to be. We will see what it says. You are in my dreams. Yeah, wow. Wow, that's really sweet, really romantic. If there's someone that you're wondering about, maybe you're not in communication right now, they're dreaming about you, you may be dreaming about them. This is also a message to pay attention to your dreams. Again, I'm getting this with the third eye chakra there. If you are receiving messages in your dreams, if you're having weird dreams, I had a really weird dream last night myself. If you're having dreams that feel like they're more than dreams, make sure that you're writing those down. Make sure that you're keeping a record of those, because I feel like they're going to be significant to whatever's coming in for you. Okay? All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for allowing me to do it. Thank you for being patient with me as I learn how to do some of these things. I will improve as time goes on, I promise. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.